Welcome to Coppertree Acres. Thought I would show everyone around. Usually I do that with two hands. On 4 acres, nestled back in its own kind of gridlocked property basically. So we've got a mesquite forest on one side. We've got all these pecan trees. We have the mesquite forest all the way around here. And we have ditch irrigation, which comes in this corner over here. And when we have that ditch irrigation, I'll take in July and part of June. We haven't had to have the ditch irrigation, which is nice because it is a lot of work to kind of manage the flow. These are some areas. This goes under the road right here. And there's a road, lots of neighbors, really cool neighbors around here. And this goes all the way around to the other side, and I'll show you that. That is a pomegranate corridor, if you will. We've got 14 pomegranate trees over there. Got one little one here that the deer have always managed to eat down, so I don't think it's been able to take back off again. It's original, but I'm working on it. We've got 56 pecan trees in various stages of maturity. Most of them are around the same age, or at least close. This tree right here was literally 3 to 4 times smaller when we moved in only 5 months ago. When it was dormant, once it came out of dormancy, gave it some microlized zinc and nitrogen, some compost type nitrogen, all fresh sources, or organic sources of course. And it has just taken off. We've got pinyon pines. We've got 5 pinyon pines, which are basically multi-branch, kind of almost like a ponderosa look, but they have multiple branches that come out, and we've been trimming those back. We've been working on pruning those here and there when we have time, and we do need to still do some more pruning up top, but it's kind of taken quite a bit of energy just to prune all of the old fruit trees before they came out of dormancy this year, because they had been left kind of their own devices for a few years. The original owners put in all of these trees. We have pictures of it when it was before the trees even existed. And the original owner was about in his late 50s, almost 60, when he bought the property. He put the house on it. It's a 4-acre, 2-acre parcel connected, 2 2-acre parcels connected to make 4 acres. And he put all this in. It's amazing to take over something that someone's cultivated and grow on it and grow from it. And it's just absolutely amazing. I can't even tell you how many times I've had to pinch myself just to know that someone else put all the work into getting this where it's at, and lived here for close to 25 years. Used it for pasture land at one point. Had cows on it, I think some steer. He raised for a while before he put the trees in. And then he went into pecan farming. He climbed the trees himself, he harvested them himself. All the stories we've heard. He passed away in 2020 from cancer. And we've been putting some touches on the house. The house was repainted when we bought it to this baked potato color with just a little bit of a taupey trim, and it's just kind of blah and boring to be honest with you, because it all is one color otherwise. So we've been adding some blue to the trim, and we're going to add some other colors to the trim, or probably a trim color. And just we put some roses in. I've got about 10 different rose bushes coming in. Some are climbers, some are shrub roses, some are just, I don't have anything in that bed. I've got some sweet potatoes coming in. They're doing pretty good out here. I didn't think that they would make it. I didn't think I got them in on time, but they're taking off. They're doing pretty good. Some beautiful jumbo melons coming in. Hopefully these make it. Anyway, I need to trellis them and support them. These have been pretty busy. This is a watermelon. Some of the small watermelons are finally coming in. We're toward the end of July right now. Gonna paint that door really cool yellow and do a patina, beige patina on it. Not anything too bright. Just want to give it some pop because when it goes dormant out here, everything is complete dormancy. So this, all the leaves fall. Now the pinyon pines get real green in the winter, so that's nice. But you need some brightness, I think, on the door. We've got some other plans for the front of the house here. But eventually we'll get to them. I'm gonna put a porch on, kind of an old Western type, and give it some character. When we can get to that. The dogs love it, of course, right now. It's just beautiful here right now. When we found this property, we found it a year ago, and I watched it and I thought, there's no way we could ever own that property. I prayed about it, gave it to the Lord, put it in his hands, and thought, it's not in the plan, I mean. And lo and behold, after much effort on our part and sacrifice, sold our house we had fixed up for a number of years, remodeled ourselves. It was an old 1972 or 76, I can't remember. It's always 2 years off from my birthday year. And we sold it, lived in a trailer, a travel trailer, for some time while we searched for other properties, thinking that that's what we were going to end up with, because we really wanted to just be able to do some farming. Here we can do the pecan farming, and we are planning on micro farming or market farming. This will be the first plot. We were using a silage tarp, which we have taken off because the rain came in. And we wanted it to get wet again, and then we're going to pull it back on, leave it on, eventually till it up one time. Oh, there goes Bluey. Alright, we've got our pear tree coming in. Did a video on bird. Let's see if these bird deflectors are removed. Scare tape. So far, so good. We haven't had too many fruit we've lost so far, but they are just now ripening. They're actually a purple pear. Another small baby in the works pecan. Got our pomegranates. Some of these are a little eaten back by deer from when the property was vacant for a couple years straight. These used to be pecans that are trying to come back, but I do not think they'll produce. We're checking into that. Yeah, we have the beautiful, such pretty fruit. This one's one of the biggest, tallest ones, and has the most amount of fruit on it. Oh, pomegranates. So here's the pomegranate side. The water comes through here, the ditch irrigation, and I've got more pecans over here, different varieties. come in a rack around the front. A little storage. And their apples. One of the mature apple trees. Pretty. Pecan. Our neighbors have a couple apricots. We've got 3 apricots. 2 are doing pretty well, and 1 kind of needs a little bit of help. Another apple. It's a little bit smaller, not quite as mature, but the fruit's coming in really well. I didn't thin these this year. I didn't mess with them other than pruning. I didn't get a chance to thin even if I wanted to. So that is essentially kind of going around showing you a bit of the property for now. I plan to just kind of keep progress here on this channel for family and friends who just want to see the updates and see how it's going with the production on the farm front. Never done any farming, but I have done gardening that's been semi-successful. I know a little bit about it. I've done a ton of research. Still continuing. Always gonna be growing there. But that's kind of a first glimpse. It's a long video, but it is very beautiful out here. So I figured show everybody around that hasn't had a chance. We had a lot of people ask us about coming out. Had a lot of things hit since we moved in, and a lot of, you know, just curveballs in life. You know how it goes. And for now, we haven't been able to have very many visitors or visits coming out. So. All right, till next time, guys.